So Tanjiro versus Daki is gonna be kicking off next week, and I'm excited because, for one, you don't really walk into a fight like that and say Tanjiro's guaranteed gonna win, or Tanjiro's gonna prove everyone wrong and be able to take the upper six by himself. No. But at the same time, his determination, especially coming off of Best Boy's death in the Mugen Train arc, I mean, it's something that he understands that you can't just run away. It's not a matter of if he can do it, it's a matter of will he do it. I don't expect to see him land the finishing blow, but it will be very interesting to see how he's going to be able to protect the innocent, despite no one really being in the general area. I mean, he does have to, save someone who I was expecting to be one of her underlings, but turns out to just be a generally nice woman who got trapped in the sash there. I mean, I was very kind of wondering how it all kind of worked with their demon blood arts, but it's interesting how when she wraps people up, essentially it gets put into the belt itself, and just a crack under a door, you can transport people, which characters like Inosuke was wondering how in the actual hell could this happen, because he's trying to run and figure out where everyone is. And it turns out this is how she was doing it this entire time. I mean, I imagine most of next episode will probably be Tanjiro just trying to stay alive and protect, but I think his determination is very much going to keep him alive and probably show an upper six like her just maybe, judging at a first glance that weak and pathetic, I'm only going to fight a Hashira. Maybe she's been misjudging this entire time. I mean, we already know that Muzan is very much thinking that she will rise to the occasion and be very much not a disappointment. The way he operates with his kind of upper ranking demons is that he knows how powerful they are, but once they start getting into their own head, wanting to recruit someone like Rengoku, or maybe trying to have a little more fun than just simply killing, he knows what they're capable of, which is why he starts punishing when, even if he does kill someone like a Hashira like Rengoku, he's still going to get punished if you didn't completely annihilate everyone knowing that you can. So I'm curious to see if Daki gets out of this situation alive, and she very much probably should have been able to kill everyone, would she get some similar punishment? Because I think it was in last episode, we very much see a very different relationship with her in terms of how he's working his magic and sort of wrapping all the different demons around his finger. But I mean, it's very much clear that, new Best Boy is probably going to be a part of this fight if the opening is anything to go off of. Hell, even if we didn't have the opening, there's no way you introduce someone, a badass with seemingly two swords, who can get on a roof without either Inosuke or Tanjiro noticing and not have him do some crazy ass shit. So I think it's going to be a matter of next episode probably just very much Tanjiro surviving, probably having some surprise attacks there, maybe building up momentum oh shit, he might be able to do it, probably gets his ass handed to him, and then in comes the cavalry or the reinforcements or something like that. Either way, it has me very excited. I mean, these are the types of fights that really get your blood pumping up, saying, holy shit, this is Demon Slayer at its most exciting. But for the most part, this episode wasn't about that. It wasn't about the craziness about, oh my god, what's Nezuko gonna do? Is he gonna, try to get her a part of the fight? But instead, what this was kind of like the calm before the storm, but the storm actually arrived within the same episode, where usually you have to wait until the following week. But it's interesting seeing how different both Inosuke and Tanjiro are when revealing their identity. Tanjiro, very nice, cool, calm, and collected, saying, I'm actually a demon slayer, I invaded, I'm actually a boy. The realization that everyone and their mother actually knew it, but just, we didn't really think you were a threat, so we kind of just wanted to see what was going to happen. Inosuke pushing his head through the roof and having muscular mice deliver his swords. If there was ever the perfect servant for Inosuke, muscular mice is the exact one for him. That shit cracked me up. To just the conversations about, Inosuke very much knowing, no, the demon's in my house, I know exactly where it is. And Tanjiro being well, and just they're bickering and they're back and forth. It's always so entertaining, but it's so great to see that both Inosuke and Tanjiro have grown so much that they actually have very similar opinions of what to do, even if the anger and excitement is a little more on one side than the other. And to have pretty much, Tengen just say, run. I messed up. I shouldn't have got you guys involved. I'm going to tackle this all by myself. And we can see, this man, he may be flirtatious, he may be, slapping asses, but I mean, when it push comes to shove, he's not afraid to put a knife to someone's neck saying, give me the answers I want, or I'll slit your throat, sort of a thing. And it's going to be so fun to see the combination, because when it came to the Mugen Train arc, it very much was Rengoku versus a demon, right? At the end of the movie, at the end of the arc, if you're watching the TV format, it was very much him and they couldn't do shit. But now it feels like they can. I feel like it's going to be a culmination of all their different fighting styles. I mean, the fact that Tanjiro was even able to slash the belt there and actually free the captive, I mean, something I wouldn't have said he would be able to do. I thought it very much would be Tengen versus her. So it's kind of hard to say where they want to go from here. Either way, I think my favorite point was with Tanjiro pretty much getting visibly shook to his core. Like when he gets like thrown out the window and falls down, he's like, I can't move my limbs, I feel numb across my body, what the hell is going on? But very quickly he starts recognizing, well, of course I'm gonna feel numb, my back just got impaled into a building. Now, why can't I lift my sword? Well, of course, I'm scared shitless. Anyone with a brain should be scared of this situation. But the fact that he got up and was willing and recognized, like, okay, my strap's broken, Nezuko, stay here. And then when he starts doing the water breathing, the first slash was like, okay, that's what's to be expected. But the second slash, where you see the blood splatter and then the separation, the fact that he was within two attacks, he was able to impress someone who went from, you're absolutely pathetic, get the hell out of my sight, to, I'm gonna eat your eyeballs, and you're kind of intriguing. This show is wild. It goes from hilarious, ridiculous, stupid faces to the most horrifying of imagery. I think the blend of horror meets comedy has always been something Demon Slayer has done well because, you know, at the end of the day, they are people, they have their own opinions, and it's not always like demons right in front of your face. But when it comes to those moments where they have to get serious, I love how the comedy isn't like ever overshadowing. Like imagine the last few minutes of the episode where we see the captive and we see Tanjiro, and if he was making that same like elongated goofy face, that'd be pretty simple and stupid. But the fact that it knows when to be funny, it knows when to be heartwarming, and it knows when to make you so scared. Like, I mean, I'm willing to believe that the wives and Zensu are fine, but it is a ticking clock. And what if they slash the wrong thing? And what if they, because I mean, I imagine, had Tanjiro, when he cut apart the belt and not freed, but at the very least put the part of the sash behind him, and it seems like the body wasn't hurt. Imagine if he would have slashed the face. What if he accidentally slashes Zensu's arm? When Zensu gets freed, would he lose his arm? There's a lot of uncertainty here, and that makes this very interesting to me. I've loved the build-up over the past couple of episodes, having them have to be undercover, not having their weapons, having to track down a demon. And now it's a matter of, okay, you can't even, maybe not even attack her in certain places, because what if she uses different people like Zensu or one of the wives as a shield and you have to cancel your attack? There's a lot of things that have my mind racing, and that's the type of stuff I love about Demon Slayer. Even though they're all demons at the end of the day, the way their abilities match their personality and the setting that they're a part of, it's so interesting because when you think about it, right, the Red Light District, it's pretty much captives at the end of the day, people being sold into slavery, which is just prostitution by another name here, and the fact that now the main demon we're fighting can basically capture them into the thing that she's attacking you with potentially. At least that's how it was directed in this episode, and there's probably still more twists and turns with it. It's frightening, and there's going to be a lot that they're going to have to think about while they're also trying to land those death blows. And you gotta love how the action and the excitement of this show continues to elevate. Thoughts and feelings, though, on this week's Demon Slayer episode. What do you hope to see with episode 5? Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new around here. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.